our journey. We have 3 or 4 people on staff to kind of try to share mission will help you get to where you want to go and maybe expedite your trip and maybe tell you a few things that maybe will help you stay on track and not get delayed or because we've all made mistakes on this journey, that's for sure. Before we get going, we're going to get John Brazel to come up and speak. He's in charge of Uncle John, who is the creator and CEO of this wonderful school. He's going to share some stuff about Uncle John's Honky Tonk School network of studios and media.
Thank you. So, how many recording artists do we have? 2 years ago, Uncle John asked me to find a way to put the best producers, mixing engineers, studio backing bands to work. And we basically created what was called the Honky Tonk Studio Network. You can think of me as kind of a booking agent of producers. If you want to be connected with the best that we have to offer, we can do that. Who here is having success with their social media? You put his hand halfway up. Tell us, come on up. This is a fellow masshole right here. Randolph Mass.
Tell you how to fuck up your social media? Is that? I mean, I can't say I've had a ton of success, but it just consistency has been the key thing over time, and believe me, I've waned from that at times. But just staying consistent and staying communicative with people is like the biggest thing that I've found. I mean, I only have like 7K on Instagram and 8K on TikTok, but I have a lot of people in my DMs and a lot of really, great fans around the world. And through social media, I got to travel Asia the last 2 years touring because, you like staying connected, actually reaching out and following up to people through that.
So just kind of concerted outreach. Hey, thanks. You can go back. Thanks, man. We've had a little bit of success in the low millions for our clients. What I've done is basically taken the old behind the music model, the rockumentary, and we've had some success with a couple of artists, Llewellyn Ross, Chet Lawrence. And the concept has been, everybody hates doing social media. Raise your hand if you like doing social media. Everybody hates doing it. So one of the main things you can do that's beneficial is you can plan a media day. And that will be where you kill all the birds with one stone in one sitting. That would include multiple photo shoots in one day, multiple locations filming. It includes a classy sit-down interview, street interviews, and shots of you playing, existing in your environment, playing shows, walking around. We call that B-roll, when you get somebody walking down the street to their gig. And once you get done with this media day, you have all the building blocks for your entire web presence. We've actually built websites if you need that. But when you walk away, you won't just have, but a lot of what people have is direct looking into the camera shots. And you take for granted, so what's your background on your website going to be? You really actually probably want a profile with a lot of empty space for all the information to scroll past. You need different kinds of shots. In other words, is anybody taking advantage of trial reels on Instagram? Come on up. This guy had a great audition the other day. Tell us about trial reels.
Once your account hits about 1,000 followers, you can start doing this thing called a trial reel. Meta owns TikTok and Facebook, so it allows you to actually put out your reels, put out your content to everyone else who is not an actual follower, which I think for a lot of us can take off the risk of us feeling really dumb and stupid in front of our family and friends. So essentially, trial reels will stay private until they reach a threshold that other people are sharing them, it's getting enough traction, and then you can choose to make them public at that time. But also what this means is you can take a piece of content or a song, you can do the whole song, let's say 3 minutes and 30 seconds, chop it up into 15-second bits, have the same text throughout, and I'm just gonna be a nerd for a second. Scientific method. The way that you can prove something works is by making one small change. If you change too many things at once, you can't attribute the success to any one thing. So by keeping the video same, the text the same, the song the same, but having these different sections of the song, it's not really up to you what resonates with people. But through these trial reels, you can have all these different 15-second sections, and whatever pops off is the part of your song that's gonna resonate. So take a lot of the pressure off yourself, experiment, keep as much the same as you want, make as much content as you want, put it all out there, and then just give yourself the opportunity to be seen by other people. You don't have to commit to one thing.
That was great. So in short, if you guys would like to take advantage of this media day I've been talking about, if you are looking to record and you want to be connected with the best producers in the Honky Tonk School, if any of that is interesting to you guys, I'm going to pass around a code, and that code will allow us to stay in touch and talk to you later. Here's Darren.
Great stuff, John. Great information. And John's a fabulous vocalist performer himself. Is it 6 mornings a week at Rippy's, Maine?
7.
7. The Iron Man right there. But really, if you want to learn some stuff about, performing, crowd connection, reading the crowd, picking the correct songs for the venue and the clientele, go check them out. Really, if you're serious and you really want to do this, this street, you take walk a couple blocks, and there's just so much information you can gather if you're really serious. But it does take a little work. You've got to come down here, you got to park and all that stuff. But if you want it, why not? All right. How many people's first time at the meeting today? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody else has been here before? Everybody else has heard me do my thing? All right. Well, just want to give a shout out to Uncle John. This was his brainchild. He started this years ago. Uncle John, Vietnam veteran, served for our freedom. Wonderful man. Smart businessman and entertainment man. He's combined the two into a very successful thing. So I guess what I try to do is maybe just share some information that I know does work. It never works as quickly as we want, because this day and age, we get everything like this. Same day delivery, get on your phone and get an answer. Everything is so quick, but this is one of the things where it's not like that. You could be the greatest at what you do, but it takes a little while, and you got to be patient. And I think it's kind of a gift in a way to not have it right away, because you can prepare. Because everybody here, what's their primary goals? Just let me know.
Songs.
Well, before that, why are you here at the meeting?
Get gigs.
To get gigs at the Tootsie Circuit, correct? All right, so that's step one. No matter what your ultimate goals are, you got to focus, on the first one, like climbing a mountain. You got the first step, So, okay, you want to get gigs on the Tootsie Circuit. Okay. Well, how do you get a gig? What do you have to possess to get a gig here? Well, vocalists, we're not here to teach you how to sing. You should have already taken care of that. Musicians, we're not here to teach you how to play. You should have already taken care of that. And, this is Music City. You can't just come in here with a few years' experience on your instrument or your vocals. There's people moving to town today that are phenomenal at what they do. And there's such a surplus of people that want these gigs now that only the best ones will get them. We're not here to teach you how to sing or how to play. We're here to guide you on what to do if you already do have that talent. So that's something you need to work on yourself, and that's a never-ending thing. You should always work on your instrument, your vocals. We have a great vocal coach, Chelsea, who works for the circuit here, and she's the lead singer of Starship. You know, she took over the position, she sings for Starship. But she's a phenomenal vocal coach, a wonderful person, if you want to work on that. So, to get a gig, what's it take to get a gig on this circuit? All right, well, I'm just presuming you already have the talent and you can sing and you can play. So, just for singing, sing for the song. Don't oversing. You know. Another thing, if a song is out of your range or it's too low or too high, pick a different key. Don't let the song dictate where you gotta sing it. You know, because, you know, sometimes you go see a band and it sounds so great and then they try another song and it's way out of the singer's range and they just lose all their credibility. You just, oh no, this is just amateur stuff. You know? So pick the key that works best for you. And you should all know how to do it. We're not here to teach you how to pick the key. But if it's out of your range, find the key that works for you. Musicians, you know, it's really simple, but it seems like it's the hardest thing for most people to do. Learn what's on the record. You know, it seems so simple, but so many people use the song as a vehicle to showcase their latest chops or what they've been working on, you know, or they play something that's totally inappropriate for the song, you know. Learn the parts, you know. If you think the parts are really easy, well, learn the part with the correct tone and play it in the pocket. Seriously, how come you guys aren't all playing on records, hit records? Because the best guys in the world do that. And it may seem like a simple part on the song, but try playing that in the pocket with the correct tone, with the correct note duration, you know, or drummers. You know, you gotta find the right BPM. You know, you should have a BPM list and be able to access it very quickly. You should all know the correct kick patterns. Nick, you just dropped something. You should know the correct kick patterns. A lot of times, intro, verses, choruses, bridge, they have variations. You know, you just play the correct parts. Don't use the song as a place to showcase your double kick chops. You know, bass players, they think, oh, country's easy, root 5, it's pretty simple. Well, try playing in the pocket with the right note duration, you know. And a lot of the playing, when you really listen to it closely, it's pretty challenging. You know, I've been playing for 44 years, and there's still stuff I have to work on weekly to keep it under my fingers. And there's so many guys in the town make me look like an amateur. But I really just try to play for the song. I'm not a solo guy. I just really try to represent what's on the song, because people come to this town to hear their favorite songs. Songs that have framed their whole life. Songs that they remember just as a child growing up when they stole some liquor from their parents and they went in the woods and they drank it. Or down the street. Certain songs remind you of that stuff. Or maybe the girl you fell in love with in high school. Or maybe when you partied with your buddies in college. You know, or maybe your first dance. You know, or maybe it was your mother's favorite song was no longer here. These songs mean the world to these people. Yeah, I gotta play Chicken Fried again. Ugh. But think of it from their perspective. You know, these songs mean the world to them. And what an honor for us to play them. You know, because when you look out there and you see everybody smiling and singing along, regardless of the song, you're part of this beautiful energy of joy. You know, you really are. And what an honor to be in the middle of that. You know, it's really beautiful. So learn the parts correctly. You know, if the band doesn't play the song correctly, they won't be able to tell you what's wrong, but they just know it's not right. You know, so really play the songs correctly. And not just for the crowd, you know, because every time you're on that stage, you're auditioning for a better and bigger gig. Because every musician on stage, if you play wonderfully and play for the song, you know, they're going to tell other musicians about it. And the more people that know about you and it's all good reviews, you're going to get a lot of calls a lot more quickly. Or on the other hand, if you come up here and you don't know the parts, you just kind of know the changes and you just jam through it. You know, you don't know the signature riffs or the correct drum parts or the right bass line. You just jam through it. Well, no one's going to recommend you. I won't, you know. But if you do it correctly, then you win all those people over on stage. And you know, this is Nashville. You never know who's in the crowd listening. A few weeks ago, I was on Tootsie's roof, and I've been here since '99. And in 2001, I was working with this piano player, Phil Vassar, and we were on this Kenny Chesney tour. And it was Phil was opening, then it was Montgomery Gentry, and then Kenny Chesney. And we were out for maybe 4 or 5 months. So you get to know everybody. And the piano player, Wyatt Beard, was playing with Kenny. He's still with Kenny. He was up on the roof the other day. And I haven't seen her for probably 15, 20 years. And it was just so wonderful to see him, you know. And what if, you know, Kenny Greenberg quit Chesney's gig and they're looking for a guitar player? And you impress the hell out of Wyatt Beard, and Kenny, somehow he tells Kenny or whatever, you never know what can happen. You know, so every time you're on that stage, if you really want to do this, do your best. Because you never know who is listening. You just never know. You know, I got my first artist gig in about 2000, and it was from playing down at Tootsie's because I worked with a couple guys who work for different artists. And they heard, because you know, when an artist needs a player, it's not public knowledge, it's all word of mouth, because you've got to, for me to recommend somebody, for any kind of professional to recommend you, you know, they got to know you can play and you play appropriately, but you got some other things that are very important. Dependable, you know, sober, a good hang, on time, all the basic stuff, because, you know, I would never recommend someone that didn't possess those qualities, because if I recommend someone and they don't do a good job and they're driving on the bus out to California with the artist and the band can't stand them anymore and they drop them at the Greyhound bus station, that reflects very, very badly on myself and I lose my credibility. So for me to recommend someone, you've got to be the total package. And I was playing, not that I'm the total package, but I was, you know, playing down at Tootsie's, and a couple guys worked for this artist, and they heard that another artist was looking for a bass player, and they recommended me. And I went to the audition, and I was able to get the gig, and that was my entrance to the artist world. I stayed there for 18 years with different artists, you know, some with long time, some filling in, you know, multiple things. But every time you're on that stage, really, if you want to do this, you got to do your best. So, to get on this street, it's kind of it's a different thing, because this place is mostly requests. You don't, like every other gig, here's your set list, here's your 40 songs, let's go do the gig. But, and let's go rehearse. That's another thing that doesn't happen too often down here, is rehearsals, you know? That's why it's so important to learn the song correctly. Because if you're, you know, a lot of times, like yesterday we tried an Alice in Chains song, No Excuses, on the first floor. And none of us had played it, but we all knew it. And luckily we knew it correctly, because it went off pretty well. But if you don't know the correct structure, or don't know the song like it's supposed to be, or don't know the correct kick pattern, or don't know the signature riffs, you know, then it's a train wreck. So I always start with learning the song correctly, you know, because that's the safest way to kind of try to jumping out of a plane and make sure your chute's got to open. So you got to learn the songs correctly. It's so important. And on this street, it's all requests, so it's a never-ending set list of songs. Like I've been on this street since, I think, April of '99, and I'm still learning songs. On my phone, I've got a learn list, and through this weekend that just passed, I think I had 7 or 8 ones I have to learn because, you know, they're just never ending. But another thing is very important is the more songs you know, the more valuable you are. You know, because, you know, if a band leader or singer wants to hire someone, they want someone that knows the most songs because we make our living off requests. And if you have a band that doesn't know a lot of songs, you're not going to make a lot of money in that genre. It's just the reality of it. So the more songs you know, the more valuable you are. And it's like investing in yourself, you know. So I advise you to stay up on that and keep learning the songs that come up. And on the Honky Tonk School website, there's a list of the most requested songs down here. And then I have an extended set list of the songs that Morgan put together, which is fantastic. So if you want me to share that with you, just come see me after I speak here. So you gotta learn the songs, it's never ending. Another thing I said, you gotta be on time. You know, you can't walk in at downbeat because, you know, the singer's getting bitched up by the manager because there's people sticking their head in the door and there's no one on stage, so they take 15 steps and they're in another club. So you gotta be on time, you know, and you get a name very quickly. He's great, but he's always late. All right, who else have we got? And there's a surplus. Everybody wants these gigs. So if you really want to do it, you gotta be professional now. You can't just show up whenever, you know, you gotta be sober. You know, you can't come in and, you know, after 45 minutes into the set, you're getting pretty buzzed, and then everybody knows that you can't play, and you're not even paying attention, it's sloppy. You get a reputation, you know. He's great, but he's always drunk, or he's always too stoned, and doesn't know what's going on, you know. And the opposite is true too. If you're always on par, paying attention, you're just making yourself valuable. So you got to be sober. You got to be a good hang. Nobody wants to be around jaded, angry people. I don't. You know, nobody does. It's just the nature of this thing. Nobody wants to be around that. And you know, being a human being in this world, we all have our suffering. We all have it. I certainly do. But we need to leave it on the sidewalk before we come into our workplace. Because if you bring that anger into your workplace and you're hard to get along with and you're cranky and not being very, you know, friendly, you're not going to get a call back because there's a surplus of people that want those gigs, that are easy to get along with, that are on time, that are sober, and that know a huge amount of songs. And the last one is, you know, your phones now. Everybody's on their phones. And you should not be on your phone while you're playing a gig. You should be paying attention to what's going on stage. You know, you should. The only reason you should be on your phone is when you're on a gig. If you do it correctly, you set up a text strand of everybody in the band. So when or before you start the show, the singer texts the opening sequence, and you know what songs are coming up. And then when they go past the tip jar, they text back the request. So that you should just have your screen locked on to that strand. Not scrolling Facebook or TikTok or checking scores or checking the weather. Because if you start doing that and the drummer counts off the song, you don't know what's going on, and you know, you don't keep a gig that way. You know, you don't. Or like, you know, sometimes I play, not anymore, but I used to play with drummers that it sounds pretty good, then all of a sudden the group goes to hell, and I look back and he's playing with one hand and he's texting. You know, it just sounds like shit. You're just showing everybody you're just an amateur. And that guy does not get a call back. You know, so you gotta be a professional. You know, I'm sorry guys, if you want to do this, take it seriously. You know. So those are the things you gotta do to keep a gig. So to get a gig, you gotta network. To get on the street, you gotta network. You're here now, which is a great thing, and I advise everybody to meet everybody, because the more people you know, the quicker you're gonna get that call. You know, bass players don't just meet bass players. Everybody meet everybody, you know. Nothing you gotta do, you gotta get out, and you gotta see bands and meet people, you know. And vocalists, you know, like Anita always says, you should run it like a live radio show. If there's not music playing, someone needs to be addressing the crowd. There can be no dead time. It's like you gotta keep their attention or they're gonna go somewhere else. You know, and you gotta kind of have your, you know, you gotta have more than, hey, make some noise. Hey, raise your drink. You gotta have your script. And there's so many great artists out here that have their script. You know, go see Scott today at 6 p.m. on the main stage. Go see Anita's band Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 2 to 6 Tootsie's Roof, is that right? And Tuesday, Wednesday, 2 to 6 Honky Tonk Central. You know, Ethan is fantastic. He's got great crowd interaction. He has funny jokes, you know, to get them laughing. Another great thing that successful singers do, they point people up because everybody wants to be acknowledged and noticed. You know what I mean? All right, where are you guys from in this first table? Oh, and then maybe they say California. And I used to work with this great singer. They'd say California and say, oh, welcome to America. Yeah. You know, just like funny little jokes and the crowd laughs and they laugh and you win them over. You win them over. Or like, where are you guys from? Oh, I'm from Texas. No, you're not from Texas because you would have told us already. You know, just funny little jokes like that. Or Scott says a great one before he does Folsom Prison. Raise your hand if you've ever been to jail. You know, just funny little shit like that people always remember. Point out people. But vocalists, go see the best shift times, 2 to 6 and 6 to 10s on the main stages on this circuit, and you're going to hear some great in between song banter. You know, because that's so important. And you know, I think you know, all this information I'm sharing, it does work. Like I said, it never works as quickly as we want, but use this time now to prepare. Whatever you, be honest and like evaluate yourself. What am I missing? If you only know 150 songs, you gotta know more. You know, another great thing is go see a band that's very successful and write down every song you don't know and then learn it or chart it. You know, because the more, like I said before, the more songs you know, the more value you're going to be. So say you're a full band, you get up here today, and you play 2 songs, and we think you're fabulous, and you're great, and it's everything we need, and we take you to the back, we talk to you, okay, great. When can you start? You say right away, all right, how many songs you know? We got about 30. Then, you know, that's gone, that chance is gone. Because you can't work a band that knows 30 songs. You've got to know hundreds. You know, so do your homework now because, you know, Mark Knopfler said once, he said, everybody gets their chance. Everybody gets their shot, but are you prepared for it? That's the thing. Everybody's going to get that opportunity. And one opportunity leads to a bigger one and a bigger one and a bigger one to ultimately get to where you want to be. So evaluate yourself, what you need to improve, and work on it now before you get that opportunity. Because if you guys got that opportunity today, do you feel you're prepared to do everything we need you to do to work in our circuit? Yeah, so and some of you are more prepared than others, but you can get prepared. Just do the work, and there's, like Anita says, there's no hack for that. You've got to put in the work. Yes, you got to sit down and learn the songs. You know, you got to practice them. You got to work on your instrument. You got to work on your networking. But these are all things that actually do work. You know, so you know that's just some of the stuff I've learned, and I'm still learning. You know what I mean? And you know, I think we really need to tame our ego, because if we don't, we're going to get up there and try to impress people and play stuff that does not belong in the songs. Are you strong enough to get up there and play a simple part, or to not oversing a song? Just do what's on the record. It's the simplest approach. Can you comp that exactly? Or as close as you can within your talent level at the time. So, you know, these things do work. You know, be patient and use this time to keep preparing, so when you do get that opportunity, you're going to get it. And once you're on the street, really the sky's the limit. You know, I know a lot of guys that went on to be very successful studio musicians. I know guys that went on to have record deals and big careers. You know, it's just really the sky's the limit, because you get in that mix and you're networking, and if you keep killing it every time you're on that stage, the great opportunities are just going to keep coming. So that's all I know today. I might know more next week, but thank you all for coming. Morgan or Anita, who wants to come up next? Paper, rock, scissors. Okay, here comes Morgan Fraser. You've been with Uncle John since you were 12, is that right? She's not going to roll her credits, but she was on The Voice and was Blake Shelton, your coach. She was signed to Curb, had a Curb writing deal also for many years, so she's done it, and she's still doing it, so great information, so have a listen.
What's up, everybody? Good morning. I never really know what I'm going to talk about when I get up here, but I see some familiar faces. My name is Morgan Fraser. I am a female lead. I lead my band, and I've done that for this circuit for going on 19 years now. And I started out acoustic and worked my way up to the band level. And that's kind of like most of you, unless you have a set band started, that's probably where you'll start out. And just a great place to really kind of like learn the music too. Kind of see different forms of how people do it. Anyway, I, like Darren was saying, I was signed to Curb Records when I was 16 and have been in Nashville for a long time and got to do some really cool stuff. But I think my best advice coming into the circuit is just, like Darren said, like learning the music and learning it correctly and, you know, showing up, looking the part. And I think the biggest thing for me in my shows is like always trying to make that connection with someone in the crowd. Making eye contact, smiling, putting people into your show. Like a lot of times I'll find one guy in the bar that's just not really paying attention and I want to get his attention, and I'll be singing Man, I Feel Like a Woman. When it comes to the time, I bend down and I put the microphone in front of him, and 9 out of 10 would be like, Man, I Feel Like a Woman, and the whole bar thinks it's hilarious. So like just making connections like that is just super important. I also think, you know, we don't really talk a lot about running the tip jar. I think that's another thing to be said is just remembering that these people are coming here to hear live music and, you know, save up some of them their entire lives for a trip like this. So just being aware of that and just being kind with the tip jar. One thing I like to do as a female artist, you know, I'm out there going up to people, and if I see a couple, a wife and a husband, I'll always be respectful and go up to the wife first and, you know, make my presence known and say, hey, where you guys from, stuff like that, because like what woman wants another woman coming up to their man and being like, give me your money. So that's just something I personally like to do. And I do really feel like you catch more flies with honey. I've done it both ways. I've been aggressive with the tip jar, and I've found that being more light and, you know, kind to people they're more likely to put a 20 in instead of 5. Yeah. So just being mindful of that. Where are females at? Female leads? If you want to come see me, I have a list of like female songs or male songs in female keys. So it really does help out a lot with not trying to do something on the fly and having dead time and being like, oh, what key do you think I would do this in? It's a roundabout. Everybody's going to sing at the same key as me, but it will give you a starting point to where you can go from. Because a lot of like metal songs out of Luke Combs, I do almost every single one of his songs in F because he's really low in his lows and he's really high in his highs. And for women, that's just like really, you have to find that sweet spot. So I won't take up too much of the time, but if you got any questions, I'm always here. Follow me on Instagram, come see one of my shows. I play every Friday, Tootsie's Rooftop 10 to close, and every Saturday Longtime Central Lane. So y'all come see me, and I'll turn it over to Miss Anita.
3 people. How you guys doing? Thank you for being here. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate you. Yeah. All right. Good morning, party people. How many people are morning people here today? Raise your hand. Thank you, Billy.
Yeah, he's got kids.
That'll do it. That'll do it. So much good information, right? Don't you love it? Here we go. So, yeah. So some of the, they talked about how to get in the door, right? And they also talked about how to stay in the room once you get in there. Dress the part as well. It doesn't matter when it is. If it's a Monday morning and wherever, you don't know who's going to be walking through the door and listening to you. So always be ready. It's worth the extra effort to put it in beforehand, and the cost of the regret that you didn't do it and somebody comes in, right? So, and I love that too, because it keeps them on in the game and not just going on autopilot, like you're actually thinking about. And you think, and I like that too about the trial, with the social media thing. I mean, you could view the gigs as, okay, let's see how this approach works. What if I talk to them this way? Because you can see, that's what I love about this, is you can see when something's working and they're connecting with you and they're watching versus scrolling on their phone or watching the TV above you, or, you can tell real easy. And if you don't have them paying attention, then what do you need to do? What do you need to do to get them to dial into you? Right? Do you guys have go-to things? Yeah? And what's everybody's favorite word? Anybody know?
Themselves.
Who said that? Yeah. The sound of their own name, right? Names are such a big deal. And it just makes it feel more, I don't know, because, don't we all want to feel a part of something bigger than ourselves, right? It's entertainment, but it's an experience that we're giving to them. That's an honor for us and a privilege, because they are spending their hard-earned money to get here, and they go back and they post on social media, they tell their friends and family, they plan their vacations around you if you're doing it right? So you want that connection, you want that interaction, where they're from, their name, like look and see what you can comment on, maybe what they're wearing, or like a clue as to what they're into or what they care about, and just throw it out there, right? It's making the connection. They don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. You get the gist, right? It's a people business, and it's the South is known for what? Hospitality, baby. No matter what you're doing, really, it's gonna elevate your game, no matter what job you're working or no matter where you are. So learn how to talk to people, learn how to communicate. That's one thing you can do to level yourselves up, no matter where you are or what you're doing. And it's science. I mean, there's so much information about that, and I go down rabbit holes, and I love it. I love learning about that, right? Because it is a people business for sure. So, some of the other things maybe we didn't talk about: take care of yourselves, right? To level up your performance, no matter what instruments you play or whatnot, whatever you do. If you're healthy, you're hydrated, you're in decent shape, where you can have that breath control and the load ins and the load outs and my goodness. Yeah, that's yeah. That's right. That's right. Holland drums. Yeah. So So you can video yourself, or have somebody come and video you, because we all have blind spots. We all do things we don't realize we're doing, little habits. It might be something small, but when you watch it, you're like, oh, why am I doing that? Like, why do I have that look on my face, right? And yeah. So always, I love, it's like everything, right? It's a personal growth. It's only going to behoove you, right? And also, so make a video, turn the sound off and watch. and you'll pick up on more visual cues, more things, and then turn the phone over and turn the sound up. Now what are you picking? What are you hearing that you could change? What is it, right? Because you're gonna get, I guarantee you, there are things that are gonna stand out to you that's gonna level up your game, right? So like they were saying, learning songs like the record, I know it's daunting. I know it seems overwhelming sometimes to some of you new people, right? How many people look at the list and feel overwhelmed? Anybody want to admit it? Yeah, right? But it's just, how do you eat an elephant? It's just one bite at a time, right? Don't let it overwhelm you. Just, ugh. And there's so much dopamine that comes from putting in the work, knowing the song, doing the thing, and that's where it's at. Like there are, and I was just learning about dopamine the other day, and this cheap dopamine. Do you know what that might be? Screens, social media, cheap dopamine. It's not gaining you much, right? Roll up your sleeves, get in there, go after it, right? Because this isn't gonna fall in your lap. No matter what your goal, we all have different goals. I hope so. If you don't have your goal, a very clear, distinct goal that you could write down and look at, if you don't have that, I want you to have that by the time you leave here today, because it's so important. And everything we do is either moving us closer to that goal or taking us away from that goal. Really, I mean, it's that simple. So be so aware of how we're spending our time, right? Oh gosh. How do you guys feel about AI? Cute. Anybody? Let me tell you a story. So my mom sent me a video of this guy, and she's like, "Oh, this is so beautiful. I love this. This is so beautiful." And so I'm listening, and the first time I listened, and I thought, "Yeah, this is good." And he's an older guy, like 72, and I watched it again, and it has him on The Voice, or Simon Cowell was there, and it shows like them crying, and it looks like, oh my gosh, this is really happening, and it's like a rags to, and it's impressive, like you're just leaning in, but then the more I watched, I was like, this isn't adding up. Like the singing was amazing, it was, but I didn't feel like there was not a connection there. I didn't feel like it was coming. So I'm like, okay, that's weird, and I went and looked it up. It's not a real person. It's not a real vocal. It's all AI generated. And even the loop of it, as I watched, I could see, the same expressions on the judges and then maybe some of the audience. And I told my mom, and she's like, well, he has an album out. And I'm like, I know. What is that? You guys, does anybody want to weigh in on that or talk about that or have a different perspective? Yeah, come up here.
Thank you, Miss Anita. I appreciate you. AI is what it is. There's no stopping it. There's no sense in complaining about it unless you want to be like the people who came before us complaining about MTV and VH1. So it's a tool. And in a lot of ways, it's great. You can refine a room and turn imperfect spaces into incredible listening places. And you can take a song and you can get great insight and ideas into the direction that you want to take it without having to burn thousands of dollars and hours of your time working with countless producers. But it is a tool, and there's going to be cheap facsimiles or artifacts of what it is that we do in a recorded sense, but it'll never be able to replace what we're doing out here on the streets. And it'll never be able to replace the connection that you have when you're singing face to face with somebody. It'll never replace the divine connection and the responsibility that we have to the song. And what I mean by that is if you're a songwriter in this room, that ability to sit alone inside of your boredom, to hit a random chord and find that inspiration and create something new based off of all the influences that you've listened to that have made you who you are today. And AI may have that representation of all the influences of who we are as a civilization and a humanity, but what it can't do is take something old and create something new. So that spark is uniquely ours, and it's cute. It's a close approximation, but it's not the real thing. So take heart in that, find the tools, find ways to increase your productivity in your workflow. An email assistant or a buddy is great. But the last thing is also, don't let it blow smoke up your ass. Don't let it tell you you're the greatest thing. Find you some friends who will kick you in the nuts a time or two. Thank you so much.
Yeah. That was great. That was a mouthful, right? And that's why we're here, right, at Honky Tonk School, is to, like, iron sharpens iron, right? So, anybody have anything to add? Any questions? Any thoughts? Do you have anything? I'm talking to you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
You good?
I mean, I like AI as a research tool, but to replace creativity, I don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I want to know something, some research, some
That's right,
analytics,
that's right.
it's handy. It saves you a few minutes of doing it with your fingers. But there's no room in my songwriting for it or my music.
Yes. Do you have something?
I am an old soul and I don't know much about AI and I don't use it ever hardly. Like, it's not really in my realm. And maybe that's a disadvantage that I have that I need to lean into, but I don't know a lot. And that's just the honest truth.
Yeah, I think for research, I think that is good. But to replace creativity, and people are doing it. People are doing it. And it's writing their songs, and it's, yeah, I don't know. Anybody have any questions? Any yes? Yeah, come on up.
Thank you so very much. So, a couple of things. For one, hi everyone. My name is Chase. Nice to meet you all at once. And can we all just shout out all our names at the same time? Yeah, I heard all of that, and I know all of your names. At least on the subject of AI, a couple things. For one, there's a great video online by a guy named Adam Neely discussing Suno AI and the use of it, and how it can be good, how it can be bad, how it can be absolutely god-awful, horridly terrible, and world-ending. But, that being said, I do want to say just a small couple things. Some people are saying that can be used as a tool, and especially when it comes to learning songs like The Record, there's a great app out there called Moises. Now, Moises is not one of those companies that's trying to profit off of everyone's work. All they do is you put in a song and it'll separate out the stems. When I did my first round audition for Tootsie's, I did, what's it called? Devil Went Down to Georgia. And like, I went online, I found the sheet music, but I wanted to like hear all the parts. And I sat and I listened to the record, and then I remember especially in one section, there's all these weird violin runs. And I wanted to get them absolutely perfectly. I wanted them absolutely just painstakingly perfect. Moises is a great thing to do. If you can't hear the guitar part, you need more bass part, it allows you to isolate those things out. If you want to get things exactly like a record, is a great, great tool. Something that my friend over here in the nice flannel and awesome shoes said, yes you, with also the very cool glasses. I need better glasses. I also need glasses in general. Different conversation. Don't let AI de-skill you from your work. Something that Adam Neely cites in that video that I mentioned earlier is something called de-skilling. Essentially, they gave doctors an AI to be able to check for cancerous growths within patients, and those AIs were able to detect those growths way before doctors even could, in ways that doctors didn't even realize, and it was able to save a lot of lives. And while that was really cool, another study showed that those same doctors started relying so heavily on the tool that they lost the skill to be able to detect those growths. So if you're going to be using tools to make things easier, still be refining your own skill set. I still try to learn songs like The Record by using only The Record and some nice headphones or in-ear monitors or nice studio speakers, or you can go to a friend's place and borrow their speakers. But if it's like absolutely you cannot find that whatever part it is, then use the tool. Don't lose your skill over convenience. That's my TED Talk tip for today. Thank you.
Thank you. That's great. Okay. You guys ready to get this party started?
Anita.
Oh, yeah. Coming up here.
So I'm the drum tech. For those of you who don't know, we have house cymbals now. We have one set of them, so if somebody forgets theirs at home or on a tour bus or something like that, we have them talk to the head sound guy. Rules are pretty simple. Don't break them, don't steal them, return them on time. There's a sign-out sheet for them now. You have to fill it out, and you have to leave a valid driver's license, okay? That way we know that we're gonna get it back, and this has to be completely filled out, no nicknames. full name, okay? Any questions? Yay, no? Awesome. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Anita Hill. How about that? Wonderful stuff. And a fabulous drummer, vocalist, the total package. Wonderful dresser also. All right. Will, you want to come up here? Yes. This is Will. He'll be running the sound today. You want to just...
Sure. Yeah, there's no stage monitors here, so if it's your first time, try and bring in-ears, and I will get the mix going for you so you guys can play and perform at your best for these guys. Yep. And drum one.
All right, thank you. And also drummers, the drums are really loud here, so please play appropriately. And especially if the singer doesn't have ear monitors today, just keep that in mind because we want to hear the vocals for sure. Okay, we can do it two ways today on this little sheet. We got full bands and we got acoustics. So lead singer of full bands that are present in the room, please raise your hand. Full bands. 1, 2. All your members are here for these? 3. Where's the third one? 3. Okay. Okay, great. All right. How many vocalists here today can accompany themselves acoustically? All right. Okay. How many vocalists here today would like to put a band together because we have bass players, drummers, guitar players within the room? How many vocalists would like to put a band together? All right. All right, so we can do it two ways, like I said. If you're a vocalist and want a full band, network within the room like I kind of mentioned. It's good for your career. So agree on a couple songs. We want to hear some country songs because that's what we're kind of getting back to. This venue is probably the only one that plays mostly rock, but all the other ones were country, so we need to hear some country. So come on up, and we're going to get the people that just come in on Saturday up first, because we want to hear the newer people, and then we can get the other ones up. So if you come in on Saturday, come sign the sheet, either to accompany yourself acoustically or with a full band, and just network within the room to find your full band. Matt, are you still here?
Yep.
So do you have the drum kit here for the...
Well, yeah, it's here. I could go and get it, but a lot of people brought
Okay.
stuff.
Is it here in this building or is it at Honky Tonk Central?
That's a great question. We're not telling people where it's at to try and mitigate people
Okay.
stealing it.
All right. So drummers that have their full gear here to make this kit work, is anybody able to stay for the duration of the meeting, probably to 2 p.m.-ish?
If not, I can get it within 5 minutes.
Okay, so if anybody that plays drums and has their kit here that would be willing to stay for the whole meeting, could you just raise your hand? Say again? I'm sorry, you're full breakable. So you have everything needed for the drums?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, and you're able to stay for the duration?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, so we won't need you, ma'am, thank you. All right, so come sign the sheet. We're going to get the new arrivals up first, and then everybody else, and thank you all for coming. Oh, one other question or comment. ZPR will be filming and streaming this, so the chatter has to be a minimum. I know we often network, so we're going to go to the back of the room if we want to network. If it gets too loud up front here, I'm going to let you know. All right, thank you. Do you want me to put my name a little bit down? Did you just come in on Saturday? I did before. Yeah, I think 3 or 4 spaces. Are you going to go full?
We're at Honky Tonk School. How's my wonderful people doing? And it's early morning, 11:24. What up? Cam. Hello, Mr. Marlene. Hello, Larry. Hello. Mohawk. Hello, Floyd. How's everybody doing? We had a very good weekend live here, Friday and Saturday. Thank you everybody who tune in.
Just meet everybody at
Yeah, I'd rather this one. That's a $50.
Hey.
Hey, you've been getting some high quality video out there in the past few days, huh?
I share a lot. I just don't people that type of stuff. But
that was crazy, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Did you feel some drums?
I'll set it up, yeah. Okay, you want to wait? I said I was straight. Oh, man. Hey, video take this.
I see that every day.
Oh, yeah. It's wild. It is weird. Yeah, I've seen some things. And people fall. I didn't know you was in town. I thought it was Canada. You go back and forth or
Been here. We went down there twice. Okay. First time I was there like 10 days. The second time I just like. But I haven't been here much. And then I went out of town. So I'm here.
That's my boy doing down there.
Good.
Yeah.
I think he's pretty good.
Is he still happy? He looks happy. Yeah, he looks better. He's not complaining. He looks like that. Let's come back, you know, every now and then. He's very fucked up. He's probably. You got a conference call coming up with GW. Yeah, that's my buddy. He's perfect. Yeah. That's my buddy. I love it one. Yeah. If anybody knows him, yeah. I wasn't like living together. We got rock this brick, man.
Not that bad.
Anybody will. I want to get hot drinking. You want to do it? That's good, man. Look like y'all got some good chemistry together, especially on stage. Love you, Phil Squad. You're the man. What up, Roger? What you say, buddy?
Yeah, Texas hip hop, man. I like it. I haven't seen you follow us for maybe. I'll stay in there, you know.
Mohawk, who y'all talking about? What up, me? Are you talking about Morgan? You know, I can put it on surface. On my work. Like I tried to wave at you, but you was fast. What was that? we've been doing science club. I've been doing it. Great. All your kids, okay? There's one on the back of the school. All of our kids are grown. Yeah, I remember seeing it there. The one you see here was her grandkid. That was her grandkid. Yeah, they should be going back to school here soon. Tomorrow. And Nashville is tomorrow. Well, some today. Remember way back in the day, like summer vacation went through August and then school started in September? Yeah, we had 3 months. I feel like they're ripping these kids off these days. We live in a different time. Putting into the summer vacation. Yep, it used to be June, July, August. Yeah, it used to be like close to the end of August. Yeah, some of them were starting at the beginning of August. Is that? I remember these kids. Yeah, I think that's 2 months now. Who y'all talking about? Y'all talking about Morgan?
Mic check 1, 2. All right, what is up, my friends? How we feeling out there? You got the guitar in? I don't know. We doing this thing? Huh? All right. Give me a 1, 2. Hey guys, what do y'all say we give it up one time for Kid Rocks and the Honky Tonk School for hosting us today? What do y'all say? I want to give a big shout out to Miss Morgan, Miss Anita for sharing their wisdom. Miss Anita, thank you for sharing your stage with me on Saturday. It was probably one of the greatest experiences of my life. I called my mom, I said, I made it, I'm a rock star. Some girl handed me her phone. It was real nice. But a big shout out, Mr. Darren, thank y'all for opening up for us today, sharing all of your information and wisdom. Like you said, we are live streaming up here, guys. If you haven't met Pierre's from Haiti. I'll give him a holler. He was out on Saturday, he's out here today. So y'all come pay some respect. Grab the link from him, make sure you follow and share on YouTube to promote what we're doing here. But if you would like to network, please find your way to the back of the bar. We got a beautiful patio. We're gonna play a couple songs for you. Y'all ready?
Though I'm not the man I used to be lately, you see you met me at an interesting time. If my past is finished out of your future, you should let me go before I'm inside. I don't really understand Darling, let my way into your garden. I just can't let myself out of it. Just forget back to the place where I started, so I can want you back home again. I don't really understand. Hold on to whatever you find me, babe. Hold on to whatever will get you down. Hold on to whatever you find me, babe. But I don't trust myself with loving you. Do you know? Do you know? Is it me or just a thought of me? Hold on to whatever you find me. Hold on to whatever will get you down. Hold on to whatever you find me. But I don't trust myself with loving you.
Yeah.
You know much about it, that
That's all I want, mama. That's all I want you. That's all I want, mama. Stand anyway in town. It's alright. Well, it's alright now, mama. Yeah, yeah. Papa, you done told me. Mama done told me too. Turn that down, yo, next to a she ain't no good for you. It's alright. Yeah, it's alright now, mama. Yeah, we got town up, baby. We got town to show. We got town and then you won't be hanging around my door. It's alright. Well, it's alright now, mama. Yeah, well, it's alright now, mama. Yeah, the way you do.
Thank you so much. Hey, Tom, have you got a band together? You got all your guys come on up. And then Kayla, did you come in on Saturdays or Kayla here? Kayla? Okay, did you come in on Saturday? Did you just come in on Saturdays? Is this your first time here? It's been a long time, okay. So, people that have just come in on Saturday, that just showed up this Saturday, could you please raise your hands who've just come in on Saturday? Keyboards, is that right? Do you front or stand yourself, or are you looking for a band position?
Yeah.
You have the full band here today?
Most of them are back there.
Say again?
Most of them are back there. But
Most of them, so you have all the pieces you need to play some country songs?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you're going to go up after Kong, so have your boys ready. Thank you.
We're looking for country. Country. Right now, yeah. I mean, country guitar,
Hello people, what up you whole fam? So here's the guys, I got in here at 12. So next time you see me, most likely probably be the weekend. Hippies and cowboys, I do not see them on the schedule this week. So next time you see me, most likely be Friday night.
Check, 1, 2. I'm gonna do a little "Your Man" by Josh Turner. Baby, lock them doors and turn the lights down low. Put some music on that's soft and slow. Honey, we ain't got no place to go. I hope you understand. I've been thinking about this all day long. Never felt a feeling quite so strong. I hope you know how much it turns me on just to be your man. There's no hurry, don't you worry. We can take our time. Come a little closer. Let's go over what I had in mind. Baby, lock them doors and turn them lights down low. Put some music on that's soft and slow. Honey, we ain't got no place to go. I hope you understand. I've been thinking about this all day long. Never felt a feeling quite so strong. I hope you know how much it turns me on just to be your man. Ain't nobody ever loved nobody the way that I love you. Oh, now I hope you know how long I've wanted to. Baby, lock them doors and turn them lights down low. Put some music on that's soft and slow. Honey, we ain't got no place to go. I hope you understand. I've been thinking about this all day long. Never felt a feeling quite so strong. I hope you know how much it turns me on just to be your man. You know, Darren scared the shit out of me today. Because I never really do songs exactly like the record, which is why I think the acoustic thing works really well for me, because you have a little bit more freedom. And I have like a really weird version of Ring of Fire that I do. Can I just fucking do my weird version? Or is that too scary? By the way, my name is Kong, that's K-O-N-G with a period at the end. Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring, bound by wild desires. I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 that ring of fire. That ring of fire. The taste of love is sweet when hearts like ours meet. I fell for you like a child, but the fire went wild. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 that ring of fire. That ring of fire. Let me hear it. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Come on, everybody, you can do it. Ba, ba, da, ba, da, ba, ba, ba. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 that ring of fire. That ring of fire. That ring of fire. One more time. Ba, ba, da, ba, da, ba, ba, ba. Thanks, man. Hey, snap. I brought something. You're up. Grab your bag.
This is for the lead guitar player.
Thank you, Floyd. Yeah, I will go to inform you guys. I won't be here for too long. I'm going to leave.
Hey, is my stage light too loud? Oh, I know that.
What up, George? What up, Mandy?
No, please don't stop. I think she couldn't be good by her.
Sadly now, I was hoping that would have stopped. But the manager, Selena and them, they'll take video for Scott. Scott is not here today. I really wanted to do at least one song because they can solo them. So there's half a day for the new students, and they're not going in the bus today. So my little man get off at 12. So thank you, Miss Daddy.
It's quiet. Turned up really hot.
I'm good whenever you guys are ready. I think they're still working on it. Okay, give me. Alright, so we'll start with leadership training first. Alright, you ready? Yeah. I got my baby. In your ears?
Okay.
I can start it off with counting. That's good.
Now scream this pain till the neighbors come up close. I know the pain being spills of my liver. Don't know what I did next door. I never gonna stop. But got around to the Broadways and the Baptist. My mama's phone sound ringing up a door. I can hear it now saying you ain't gonna have it. Don't let her have you feeling more than that. Wish I could be just a little less dramatic like a Kennedy, but you are run down the veins. Leaving to me to be holding the ashes when the fire struck show and nobody is doing. Can't keep revenge, you keep stop his reputation. Sometimes revenge is a choice you gotta make. Came from a self-degeneration. You're gonna go and pay a bunch of it just to see a little bit. Go and get your nigga bullet, just to put bullet. Hide your pretenders, acting like a lady. Raise your bed, keep it together in whatever you want.
drummer's gonna set up the time.
Yeah.
Get the hi-hat.
All right.
All right, ready?
Yes.
And 1, 2, 3.
I'm so sorry. Bring her in. She hooks them high and low. Thank you. We from here, let us know. And that's what happens.
People, till next time, I'll see you guys, okay?
No problem.